Mr. Davis, if you would unmute yourself.
Okay.
There you go. How are you today?
All right.
Are you Joe Davis, date of birth May 12th, 1967?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Davis, I'm Judge Gilbert. I'm the city judge for the city of Angleton, and you're here today because you've been charged with an allegation involving family violence.
Yes, sir.
I have to go over a few things with you to make sure your rights are protected, okay? First
Okay.
of all, I need to advise you that if you are placed on deferred or convicted of this offense, it could be a violation of both state and federal law for you to own or possess a firearm or of any type or any ammunition to a firearm. It could be used against you in a family court proceeding to deny you possession or access to any children that you may have. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I do want to tell you that as you stand here, you do have the right to hire an attorney. You have the right to have an attorney represent you in a case in court. You have the right to a trial either by a jury or by the court, which means either myself or Judge Mark Jones, who's my associate judge, would listen to the evidence and it'd be the state's burden of proof. Because I might be the judge in your case, I do not want you to talk about any facts of the case. If you wish to discuss this case, if you believe you have any defenses or explanations at this time, you may wish to take advantage of the opportunity to speak with the city prosecutor about the case. He is here today and he will be in a different, what they call room, so that I do not hear both of you talking and figure it out. Other than that, if you wish to just take care of the case, I can go over options with you on how to take care of the case without seeing the prosecutor. What do you want to do?
I just want to get it over with.
Okay. I can offer you one of two things, Mr. Davis. If you wish to enter a plea of guilty or no contest, I can fine you guilty and set the fine at $429. You would have up to 30 days to pay that without any further expense or penalty. If you wish to take what's called a deferred disposition, I can offer that, and then it would be a special expense fee of $529. At the conclusion of the deferral period, if you've done everything you're required to do, including paid the special expense fee, the case would be dismissed. What would you like to do?
We can do that. The 500 and
Okay. My conditions of you for during the period of the special expenses: don't have any penal code violations. In other words, don't break the law. Okay. How long will it take you to pay $529 special expense fee?
Not long.
Well, I can give you
About 30 days.
30 days?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you 45 days of deferred. If you get it paid, don't have any law violations during that time, the case will be dismissed. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Davis, my court will send you an email today with instructions and the deferred prosecution agreement for you to complete and return to the court. Mr. Stevens, if you hold on a second, just give me a moment, Mr. Davis.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Davis, I'm going to enter a plea of no contest for you. Okay. Do you have any questions about what I'm asking you to do?
No, sir.
All right. I wish you well. And if you get all this done in 45 days, they will prepare a dismissal for me, which I will sign and the case will be closed. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Davis. Have a good day.
You too.
Hello, K51. I assume that's not your name. What's your name? You're connecting to the audio, so I'll wait. Good morning. If you would please unmute yourself and give me your name.
Daniel Salazar.
Okay, Mr. Salazar, let me find your file. How are you today?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing well. Thank you, sir. Show cause. Okay.
I was driving, about to pull into a gas station.
Please do while I'm looking to see what's going on, okay?
Yes, sir. After I had left Angleton when you released me that morning,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it's you. I still had to go to Oyster Creek and Freeport.
Okay.
So I ended up being out of work for like, I want to say a good 10 days. So they didn't let me go back to my job. So I filed for my unemployment and I'm just now getting approved for it. So I really haven't had any money.
Where did you work?
I was working at Luby's.
You can't find any other jobs right now? Everybody and their Aunt Betty is hiring.
Oh, well, the thing was, I was dirty for marijuana, and
Yeah, that'll mess up with you.
yes, sir. And then I finally had stopped smoking since I had got into custody. So I'm like, at this month on the 20th will be 3 months. I've been applying, trying to get clean, but I mean, I cut hair on the side. It's just not what I'm used to making as a full-time check or something like that. Because I'm a licensed barber.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember you. Judge Jones saw you in May.
And then, so the times that I was trying to make a payment online, they weren't processing through because the original payment was for $100. So she told me you need from what I understood, maybe I misunderstood her, but
I think you did, because paying online is not interacting with the clerk. We will accept whatever you pay. It may not be enough because it may not meet the agreement you did.
Yes, sir.
He ordered you to make your first payment because you told him when you saw him in court.
Yes, sir.
That you pay $150 a month starting June 8th. On June 8th, you request that your payment plan be removed to the 15th. Okay, I did that.
Yes, sir.
The very next day, after seeing a judge in person, you asked that it be moved to that it be reduced to $50 a month instead of $150 a month.
Yes, sir.
And I said, listen, let him pay $50 on June 9th and set him for a show cause. And that's why we're here today.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, our clerks were scratching their heads because by this stage, having been seen previously on a show cause back in May of 2019, this should be at warrant.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There shouldn't be any question marks about what's going to happen.
June, you mean last month?
Judge Jones on May 26, because if you'd seen Judge Gilbert on May 26, I would have said, too bad, so sad. And on June 9th, I would have said, reissue the warrant. He ain't going to pay.
Okay.
So now you're coming up with excuses involving not working because you're using illegal drugs as your excuse for not being able to work. If you were
Understandable.
my son and I was being dad rather than me being a judge and you being before me trying to explain to me why you can't work, I would use different language than I'm going to use now.
Yes,
But
sir.
let's just say,
I apologize for that.
I would say they call this a show cause docket, which means kind of what's your excuse docket. What it should be is you better have a freaking good excuse
Yes, sir.
docket. You don't have one.
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you pay any money today?
I get my money on Monday.
Okay. How much can you pay on Monday?
I got approved for $380, so
A month or every 2 weeks?
every 2 weeks. So I would say $50 on Monday, if that's fine with you.
And I'm going to tell you one thing I know. You talk about this 3 month. I've been in the legal business for 31 years. I've been dealing with people who use THC in different forms.
Yes, sir.
Even the heaviest of users, the ones, and you're like me, you're kind of a bigger boy. So
Yes, sir.
THC hangs out in your fat.
Well, my mistake. I meant like
And when you stop using, they always
hair
say 30
follicle.
days. Well, you got to do hair follicle
Yes, sir.
to get in the plants, but there's a lot of jobs that just send you down to do a P test.
Correct.
I'm going to put you on a $50 every 2 week payment plan. I'm writing notes on here. I'm the presiding judge. That means I'm the boss
Yes, sir.
of Judge Jones. I'm going to write notes on here. And he may not read my notes, but if you're seen again, because if I have to issue a warrant in these cases again, I'm going to put in here remanding, because guess what? If you had sent out that 10 days in all those different courts, if you just spent 10 days, 15 days in my court, my jail, they would have given you credit and you'd be done.
Yes, sir.
We're too nice here. We try to work with people who tell us they can pay.
Yes, sir. I understand. Because I had to stay in Pearland for 7 days. So I did get credit because it was a capias. So he did give me credit for 7 days. They knocked off my balance that was
good.
owed. Yes, sir. But I didn't want it to get out of hand again and have warrants and jumping around back city to city. So I've been trying to juggle paying Pearland and Oyster Creek.
Okay, I'm gonna put $50 every other week.
Yes, sir.
On Monday.
Yes,
you can pay online. You can do that.
Yes, sir.
Your first payment is due July 26, 2021. No more show cause dockets. I'm writing notes to me and to my staff. I said, you're to make payments as agreed. I want to tell you this, sir. If it winds up going to warrant, this is where it's really bad. It will wind up costing you more days in custody because the warrant fees will be added back again. Okay.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate it, Your Honor.
Please get it done. I do hope you're able to get work.
Yes, sir.
There isn't a high on this planet that's worth starving because you can't get a job.
Yes, sir.
Period. Okay. All right. Mr. Salazar, do you have any questions?
No, sir. Thank you. You have a good day.
You as well, and good luck on the job search.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome. Okay. Well, that worked out well because Perry, actually, I thought the assault family violence would want to see him. What time are they? 8:30. How are you doing?
Excellent. How you doing?
Good. Mr. Kelly, would you please unmute yourself and turn on your camera? He has to pay $6. Is that why we are here? Please unmute yourself, Mr. Kelly. They never do. I'm telling you, I am DUN with this.
Hello. Man, I kept pushing it.
All right, there you go. I can hear you now, Mr. Kelly.
How are you today, sir?
I'm fine. I'll just assume that you are who you say you are, but since you don't
Yes,
have
sir.
a camera, you're welcome to come up to my courtroom and visit.
Okay,
So we can see in person. But you owe me $6 on an unpaid ticket.
Yes, sir. And things have been kind of tight for us around here. And I'm not even trying to sugarcoat anything. It's been really tough. So $6 is a lot of money for us right now, you know, and I hate to say that, but it's true, you know. And but I got some money in my pocket today, and I'm gonna make sure that gets paid too.
Okay, tell me when it's going to be paid by, because you got to still talk to Mr. Stevens about your other case.
Okay. I can have that paid. I thought I had 90 days on it.
You were given 30 days.
30 days. Okay. All right. Well, I can get up there and give you that $6. I was in my mind, I was thinking it was 30 days.
Okay.
I mean, 90 days. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
I got you. So when can you pay the $6?
I've got the $6. I can come up there and pay that today, sir.
Okay. Today's the 22nd. Come pay it today.
Yes,
and we'll be done on this. I'm going to, there's another case for the same offense that I'm going to give to Mr. Stevens, your folder, and he will start visiting with you on it.
So I got a question about that there, the dog case. The day that I come in down there, it was you I spoke with, right? That we sat in there and worked those. Okay. So I thought that the one that I told you about was in that too, because she never wrote me a citation for this one, for that one.
All right. I'm going to let Mr. Stevens look at the folder, since I might be the judge on the case, and he can try to answer all of that for you. Okay. If you'll just hold on, they will send you to the Zoom room to talk to him. Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning. Do you have a camera you could turn on?
No, sir. I asked them to give me the link for the Zoom, and they said they couldn't send it. They said they've already sent it the other day, and I can't find it anywhere in my spam or anything. So she
All right.
gave me this number and everything to call.
Okay, what is your name, sir?
My name is Richard, first name, last name Granville, Granv, V as in Victor, Ille.
Okay, let me find your file, Mr. Granville.
And I'm looking in my email now as we speak, sir, to see if I can try to find the Zoom link, but I can't. So
Well, I'm gonna give you a suggestion, just like I do everyone else, and maybe we need to start giving these suggestions for these. Just tell people to take their phone and download the Zoom app. And then you can log in without and once you've downloaded that, when you click on that email link, if you had it, then it'll come up and it'll work itself out. All right,
Okay.
Mr. Granville,
yes, sir.
I assume you have insurance on your vehicle, right?
Yeah, I have it now, sir. They told me this is a show cause to verify if I have it. But, sir, honestly, you know, the judge told me that during those 4 or 5 months or whatever it was, that I couldn't let it lapse, but it did. It did lapse for like a few days, 3 days or something like that. But my friend, she put me on her policy, so I'm covered under her policy.
Well, all I'm asking you to provide proof of,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, I say no lapse for 180 days. Sometimes that's why I'm here. I show
Yes, sir.
grace if it indeed was for only a few days. But so far, you have not provided any insurance, whether it was on a friend or your own policy, to my
Right.
court so we can verify that you had extensions for 180 days. So I can do one of two things for you, Mr. Granville.
Yes.
You can either get that to me. I'm going to be here, most of the morning. You can either take pictures of it so we can verify it, or I can revoke you. You already paid your special expense fee. You won't owe any more money. It'll just be done and over with. If you can say that, if I can check that it was only for a few days, let me, I'll try to work with you. If it's beyond that, I'd revoke you anyway. So what do you want to do?
Okay, is it, do you want me to drive down to the municipal court and show them that I have it?
Yeah, give them proof. You can bring it down and you can do that, or you can email it to us, because then we have to make phone calls to verify that it existed and what days it was, when it lapsed and didn't lapse. And if it's on your girlfriend's policy, we need to make sure you give proof of that policy.
Okay. Okay, sir, this is what it is. I'm on her policy now. My policy was a whole different thing. I'm not even with that insurance anymore.
Okay, that's fine. So you had your policy that was for part of this, and you had your girlfriend's policy that you're on that's for the rest of it, which was apparently a short lapse. If you provide proof for that, I may accept it. Okay.
Okay, okay, let me get this straight. I'm gonna get in my truck and go down to the courthouse. Is it that the one behind the building where they pay the bill, the water bill?
Yes.
Do you know
it's
what
at the
I'm talking
back.
about?
My court is at the back of Angleton City Hall, where you pay the water bill. On the back of it, we are there, and it's 120 Shenango Street. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Do I need to ask for you or just show the reception?
You can go there and say, I'm providing proof of my insurance that the judge asked me to provide. I will make sure your folder is taken up to the clerk who's currently working at the window. Okay.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that right now, ASAP. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Granville. Drive safely.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Okay, if you could unmute yourself and give me your full name. You're still muted.
Eleuterio Orlando Gracia.
Okay. Mr. Gracia, you're here on 15 different cases involving allegations of various animal control violations. Those are all violations of city ordinances, which are Class C misdemeanors, punishable by fine only. You do have the right to hire an attorney to represent you in those cases. If you don't want to hire an attorney, you do have the right to represent yourself. I have a city prosecutor here, Mr. Perry Stevens, who I would recommend you possibly talk to about these cases. He's not your lawyer. He represents the city, but he may be able to talk to you in case there's any excuses or reasons. I don't know what the different violations are. I guess I could look at them. One of them looks like we have animal at large, vaccination issues, just different violations with animal control. Do you wish to speak with him?
No, that's fine. I just want to go ahead and proceed.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna look at one of them is a animal at large violation that took place on or about June 11th, 2021. What do you want to do with that case?
As in, like, what do you?
Well, you can pay a fine or plead not guilty and go to trial.
No, I'll pay a fine.
Okay. The fee on that is $149. I'm going to enter a plea of no contest. I'm going to find you guilty of it. And that's $149. I want to tell you something, Mr. Gracia.
Yes, sir.
I don't have the authority under state law to work out agreements with you. If you were my child, my spouse, my brother, my client, I would advise you to speak with Mr. Stevens. He may allow you just go and plead some of them, and in exchange for pleas of some, he'll dismiss others. Because otherwise, the total amount you owe on these 15 violations is $2,825. If you want to make arrangements to pay that much, I'm happy to write down the paperwork and we can do it. It's just up to you.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I'll go ahead and talk to the.
All right. And I'm going to write down this first one. You're going to keep your plea of guilty, and I'm going to give you 30 days to pay that.
Okay.
And I'm going to get these folders to him right now. Okay. He's in another room. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go take them to him. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Mr. Stevens, he pled to the first one. He wanted to take care of him, but there's a bunch of them. All right. Thank you. Good luck, Mr. Gracia. Okay. Have a seat, sir. Do you not have the certificates of vaccination?
I went to
Don't just talk to me. I'm not asking to see anything.
They don't give us a certificate, they gave us this.
Okay. Okay.
Ring tag.
Do you know when you got them? Do you have something that shows the date you got them?
This past Friday, was it past Friday?
Okay,
So I had, they had to be tested, state capital.
okay.
They had to be live. One of the dogs, sir, can I speak? One of the
Yeah,
dogs-
please do.
So one dog was Princess, and she passed on me about a month ago. And the
Mhm.
reason she never got him, and the reason I had to go get Queens, because when at the time I went, the one was feeding, one was pregnant. But right now I got Queens and Princess.
So sorry. I had four. I now have three dogs. Oh, I'm sorry.
Spent out a lot of dark stuff during the weekend on Saturday night.
All right, I'm gonna, good Lord. I didn't know he had a new citation. Just a second.
Yes, sir.
All right,
I'm gonna order when we get out. I'm gonna go to the gate open and then lock it.
okay.
But I got them vaccinated. too.
All right, on the show causes, I'm gonna show that you've taken care of it.
Yeah, I got them vaccinated.
On the vaccine, keep that with you.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna let you speak to Mr. Stevens, because let him handle it. One of them is just the vaccine, which it looks like you've taken care of, which I think he'll be happy about.
Yes, sir.
The animal at large thing, I don't know what you want to do on that.
What is that, sir? Is that
That's
fine?
basically having an animal running loose.
Fine.
It's a fine.
I'll take care of it. They have, other extra cash. Okay.
Okay, well, the fine on that's $149. I'll give you up to 30 days to pay it. But Mr. Stevens, I'm on him to see you to do the dismissal on the certificate of vaccination. Talk to him about it. He'll give you up to 30 days to pay him. And he might dismiss him. I don't know. He's the prosecutor. I'm just the judge. No, he's talking with somebody right now. If you'll have a seat, I'll let him know you're here. Thank you, Mr. Duarte. And I'm going to go on and show that the other two have been successfully taken care of.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lee, would you please unmute yourself? You have a camera on your phone?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it turned on right now.
All right.
I don't know. For some reason, I don't know why I can't get it to turn on. Uh, um, I don't know why I can't get it to turn on.
All right.
I don't
know,
use this.
you
I
and
don't
I
ever use this.
You and I spoke in May, and I extended by a month for you to get your community service done, right?
Yeah.
You still have not done it, correct?
No.
Okay, I'm revoking your deferred. I am ordering you to pay a fine of $434,
Okay.
no later than 30 days from today.
Okay.
Got any questions?
No. And so what about that? What if I don't have the $430 to pay for that?
Well, I need you to come up with a payment plan. You tell me what you can pay and how often you can
Oh,
pay.
okay. Oh, so I can set up a payment plan. Okay, I can do that later on. I guess up there.
Yeah, and I'll set it up with you now. Where are you working?
I work at Texas Roadhouse.
Okay. How much can you pay and how often can you pay? Because they're going to ask me about it anyway. I'm trying to short circuit things.
Yeah. Man, money's been tight because man, work and nothing's consistent. So, $25 a week, is that feasible with y'all or?
Yeah, if you pay it, I won't ever see you again. If you don't, you'll be a warrant for your
Okay.
arrest issued.
Okay.
What day
so
of the week
25
can you make payment?
Monday. No, Monday's a good time, normally, because I'll be after the weekend. I'll have money because I normally work a lot on the weekends.
Okay. I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to revoke your deferred, find you guilty, order you to pay $25 a week due every Monday until paid in full.
Okay.
First payment due July 26th.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Set a reminder in your phone,
Yeah.
a weekly reminder to make payments, $25.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Second. Okay, I'm ready. Of course. Let me find her. Ms. Adelano, unmute yourself, please.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you today?
Got a handful. My kids are in the bathtub.
Oh. Well, pay attention to them. All right, you're here today because you were supposed to pay $150 every other week, and you haven't.
So, about that, whenever I had paid, I had went to, I don't know what month it was. I believe it was January or February. Whenever I received my income tax, I went to the court to pay all my payments that I had, was the tickets, everything that I had.
Right.
So I was gonna pay the full amount, but I ended up paying 2 other tickets that I had, I believe. And they didn't charge me for that first one that I had, which was in December, I believe.
I don't know
October.
what didn't. Tell me what didn't charge means.
They didn't charge me for the first ticket that I got in Angleton, which was driving with no insurance.
Uh-huh.
They didn't charge me for that one that I went to the court to go pay all my tickets.
Does not charge mean they didn't give you a ticket or they didn't take your payment? What does not charge you mean?
They didn't take my payment for everything. Like, I went up there to pay everything that I wanted to pay off because I had the money there. I paid off 2 tickets and the one for not showing up to court. And
Well, I saw you in jail in February.
Yes. But like I'm saying, I was there to pay everything off. You know what I mean?
Like, you were there to pay everything in December. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Is there any question but for the fact that you still owe $725?
I wanted to see, is there any way where I can try to do community service in Bay City? Because right now, at the moment, I do not live in Angleton. I lost my trailer, and whenever I had lost my trailer, he's remodeling it right now because of
What's
the
your
mold.
address?
It's 800 Avenue F.
F as in Frank?
Yes, sir. And it's Bay City, Texas. But this is a residence. How can you say? This is a family member's place that I'm staying at.
Okay. What's your phone number?
It's 979-240-1269.
All right. To do community service in Bay City, you have to find a place that will let you do it. And then you have to run it by and request it, send an email to the court so that the court administrator can approve it. And if she approves it, you can do it in Bay City.
Okay.
You owe $725. That equates to 58 hours of community service. Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to see. That's a lot. Well, that's not really a lot.
A lot of community service.
Yeah.
It literally takes, a whole 8-hour day to pay off $100.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. You know that.
And if you owe $725, you're thinking, okay, that's at least 7 8-hour days
Yeah.
plus one quarter day.
Is there any way, since it's like 700 and something,
It's $725.
since it's that price, is there any way we're like, if I were to pay like 200 or 300 on it?
And do the rest community service?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You
I
can
can
pay
do
any
that.
amount on it any time, and that'll reduce the amount of community service you owe.
Okay, that's fine. Well, let me go ahead and do that because I need to do that.
Okay, when can you pay the 200 to 300?
I can do it. I can do it right now. Is there any way where like y'all can do it over the phone with my card?
There is a number that we've given you before that I can give you again right now. Do you have something to write on?
Yes, sir.
Can you give me that number?
Okay, just
44.
okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do 200.
Okay.
And what's the number?
1-800-444-1187.
1187. Okay.
Okay, that'll bring down the balance of what you owe. Let me tell you how many hours of community service. That'll get you down to 42 hours of community service to do.
42 hours. Okay. 42 hours of community service. And how much left would be the like remaining balance of it?
Well, if you pay 200 today, you will owe $525.
525. Okay.
And Ms. Adelano, if you want to just keep making payments, we can work out a payment agreement if you're not going to do community service. Sounds like you have your hands full.
I do have my hands full.
Because I'm going to make you do at least 8 hours a week. In other words, if you have to do 42 hours, I'm only going to give you about 6 weeks to get it all done.
Honestly, Judge, I mean, I have the full amount right now. Like, I can pay this off, no biggie. It's just that's my money that I need to have through the week and give me 5 so I can be able to have a next job.
Where are you working?
I'm not working at the moment. I'm not.
What money that you use for food and stuff?
Well, right now at the moment, I am receiving food stamps, and on top of that, my money from the IRS had came in another amount of money, and I do not have.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay.
I do not have my vehicle right now. I'm getting it today from the Don Davis dealership. My car is paid off. It just messed up. I can pay this off. You know what? I might as well just fucking do it.
Tell you what, let's do this. You're paying $200 today. That'll bring it down to $525. Do you think you can pay $200 every month until
honestly,
it's paid in full?
I think I can. I'd rather just pay 500 today and have like 225 left. Correct?
Yep. And then I'll redo that. So 500 today. Call that number. That would only be 18 hours of community service.
18 hours. I can do that. I can
Okay.
do that. I might as well just do that.
I will give you a month to do 18 hours, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. And then right whenever I'm done, paying this off and with the community service, is there anything else that I need to take care of?
Yep, I think that'll close out our interaction with each other, okay?
Okay, and my driver's license isn't suspended, is it? Or like, did it?
Once this has not gone to warrant, so it should not be suspended.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Thank you so much.
All right, so
Nothing
I'm
but-
going to make the payment today, and then they'll
Okay.
send you a link to do the community service. Just remember to send an email about places to do it in Bay City, okay?
Okay, yes, sir. And whenever I do find that place for me to do community service, I send it back to y'all's email.
Yes, you have to get approval from the court administrator.
Okay, what's that email that I send it to?
Court at Angleton .tx.us, and maybe put on their attention court administrator request for approval for community service in Bay City.
Request for approval. Request for approval in Bay City for community service. Okay.
Okay,
Alrighty, that's fine. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and call this number.
I'll get off the this, and you can go make your payment right now.
Okay, thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
All right, bye-bye.
Good morning. How are you? Make sure your microphone's on. You're connecting to audio. I'll wait. Can you unmute yourself, please? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay.
All right. Is Alexander here?
Alizane. Yes, he is. He's coming.
There you are. How you doing, sir?
Good. How about you?
Good. I'm Judge Gilbert. I'm the municipal judge for the city of Angleton. You're here today because you have gotten a ticket for driving without a driver's license. This ticket looks like it happened at the end of June. Are you in the process of getting a driver's license?
Yes.
Yes.
How far along are you in that process?
He has completed his hours to go get his permit. We should be scheduling by next week.
Okay. I'm writing some notes
That'll
down.
be
Just
for
give
the
me-
permit.
Okay.
Okay.
Why were you driving when you know you didn't even have your permit?
Well, sometimes because I work and I have him pick up my kids whenever I'm unable to. And it's hard when I don't have someone else to help me out.
What are you going to do if he gets in an accident and kills somebody?
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm putting this 50% on him. He knew better. 150% on you because you sure as heck knew better.
absolutely.
So you knew he was driving that day.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, the ticket is $281. I normally say I don't take money from parents for issues involving their children because they're not responsible for what their children choose to do. Sounds like y'all are both in on this one. And since I cannot order mom to do community service, we need to come up with a plan. Alexander, are you working anywhere? Probably not. You're just turned 16 last September, I believe, and
Yes.
you don't have reliable transportation. You got feet and a bike, I'm guessing at best.
Yes, sir.
All right. You would have to do 22 hours of community service to take care of this ticket.
Okay.
So you ready to do that for you and your mom?
Yes.
Okay. Get it done. Because if it doesn't get done, I have a hold. You're not going to get a permit no matter what you do because I'm going to have a hold on your license and your right to get one. So I'm going to air it. Do you plead no contest? You're not saying you're guilty. You're not, you've said guilty, not guilty, or no contest. Are you guilty No driving with no driver's license?
Say guilty.
Okay, I'll find you guilty. Set your fine and cost on that at $281. It's going to be 22 hours of community service. Do you do any extracurricular at school?
No extracurricular activities.
You do band, football, track, anything other than go to school? Okay. I am going to give you 1 month to complete your community service.
And that's at the probation office,
Nope,
right?
nope,
No?
nope. Sounds like
Okay.
you know too much about community service. If you're on juvenile probation through the Juvenile Justice Department in the county, that's there. We have places we can send you a link to do it here. For juveniles, it's a little harder.
Okay.
But we do have a place for juveniles that they can get it done. They will give you a sheet to get it done. You have it signed off on, and it's up to you to turn back in the sheet to prove that you have gotten it done. Okay.
And that gets turned in back into the Angleton?
To the city of Angleton. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We will shoot you an email today with the paperwork to get this done and a list of places to do community service. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right. I wish you well. Good luck getting that permit and getting the license. I know it'll be great for you and a huge help to your mom. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
281, you gotta